Hi.
Hi.
You're Heidi?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm going
Oh.
to be your therapist. It's very nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
What brings you in here today?
I'm depressed. I'm just really depressed. I've been sober for like a month now. I kind of had a drug habit. I guess also, I just been feeling like there's no use living, feeling the way I feel. I just kind of feel like, would it really matter if I die? I just don't like my life the way it is. I just have a lot of problems.
So, you've been saying that you've been having some depressed thoughts about your life. Do you often have a lot of negative thoughts every day, daily? Would you say?
All the time.
You know. So I'm going to ask just you could even say a miracle or magical question. If nothing were standing in your way, what would your ideal life look like? So I understand the way you're feeling right now. What would your ideal life look like in the future?
For one thing, I would have a brain that worked right. I would not overreact all the time and think that people were against me. I would be able to cope. I'd be calm. I have no peace. My brain just doesn't work right. I'd get along with people. People would love me.
So what I'm hearing are some good goals. I don't think we could overnight change your brain, like you say. But I understand that is something that you struggle with. But I can say that some of your goals to get along better with people, that's a good attainable goal at the moment. We can work on that together. It sounds like maybe your emotions might be a little out of whack sometimes, or...
I've been told.
Have you been told that sometimes? Or have you felt like your thoughts are kind of going a little crazy there too, or...
Yes, they're either way up or way down and back and forth all day.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would you say your racing thoughts can get on a daily basis?
10.
A 10? Okay, that's pretty high. What do you think it would take to get you down to a 5?
Well, I would need to find a way that when I have one of my crazy thoughts, that I can control it.
They can control.
I can't control it.
Okay. Would you say you might want to be able to stop yourself in the moment so that you can stop those thoughts and try to...
I would love to know how to stop them.
Okay. Great. Well, that's definitely something that we can work on together. One thing that I've been hearing is sometimes you've got negative thoughts throughout the day, and I wanted to give you one technique that we can use. You can use at home. We can do it right now in this session, but also you can just use it at home. And it is a simple technique called the GLAD technique. And each letter represents something different. So the first one is G, and just to think of something that you're grateful for today. So what's one thing that you're grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my boyfriend.
Have you been with him for a while?
Yeah, for a while. And, you know what? He pays the bills, makes sure I'm okay.
That's great. And then the L is, what is one thing you've learned today?
Well, I guess I learned that if you get on the freeway before 8, there's a lot less traffic.
That is for sure. I agree. What's one small accomplishment you've had today? This can be you ate a banana, you went to bed on time, Anything small.
Today, let's see. Well, this morning I woke up without hitting the snooze button. I woke up right when the alarm went off.
That's great. That's a very good accomplishment. And what's one thing that's been a delight to you today? This is the D part of it. Something that made you laugh or smile.
I had to stop at a crosswalk, and a little boy and his dad were crossing the street, and the little boy waved to me. And it made me smile.
Yeah. So what I would say right now is focus on how you feel about thinking about each of those things. Do you feel good about those things that you just thought of and that you spoke aloud?
Yeah, I do.
That's wonderful. And see, that's something that you can do at home if you're having negative thoughts. Say even you're just having a suicidal thought about wanting to kill yourself. This is a good way to stop for a moment and think about some positive things at that moment that can get you to the next step. Because this is not like a fix-all kind of technique. This is what we would call a good coping skill, a positive coping skill that you can use in the moment when you're having these negative thoughts.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this so then you can think about it and use it at home.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And another thing that I wanted to ask you, and some things that we can also work on is I would love for you to describe for me a recent event that you may not have liked how you reacted.
I have a lot of events like that. There's so many that I don't even know which one to pick. It seems like lately I've overreacted to everything. Well, there's one that comes to mind. The other day, my boyfriend, he said he would be at my house to pick me up at a certain time, and he was over a half hour late, and I just panicked. I just overreacted.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like my heart was beating out of my chest. I felt like, oh my God, he doesn't like me anymore. He's going to leave me. He must be cheating on me. He must be seeing someone else. I texted him. He didn't answer. It's like, he just doesn't like me anymore. And he's not going to show up. And it's like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
And I got so mad that, he keeps some of his stuff at my place. Well, I took one of his favorite coffee mug and I broke it on the kitchen floor. It was bad. And you know what? Maybe 45 minutes after he was supposed to be there, he showed up. And I had to apologize because he was late because his boss asked him if he could stay over a little while because the person coming on the next shift was going to be late.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I feel very ashamed of the way I acted.
So if you were to redo that and say, change one of your thoughts, what would you... It sounds like one of the thoughts you had that kind of made all those emotions bubble up is that your boyfriend was cheating on you.
Yes.
What could you have thought instead that maybe would have changed what happened afterwards?
Let's see. Well, I guess when he's late, I need, or whenever something doesn't happen exactly as I imagine it should, right when I want it to, I need to just stop thinking that way. I don't know how to stop thinking that way.
Okay. Well, that's all right, And it also sounds like a big part of it is just maybe those thoughts just leading to immediate emotions and maybe how to maybe control those emotions a little bit more or regulate them. Because the thing is, we can't stop our emotions from happening, right? Emotions flare up right away, and it sounds like they flare up pretty quickly for you. And that's fine. That's where you're at right now, and so that's a good place to start from and to work from there. And so we can work on that with you, on how to maybe change those emotions a little bit and cope with them. And it sounds like, well, I don't know. Do you react that way all the time? Are there times when you do not react that way?
When things, it just seems like when things don't go my way, immediately I just overreact. I don't know why I always go to that terrible negative thought right away.
Okay. Can you think of one time when you may have had a negative thought, but you didn't react in a negative way?
That's a hard one. When I had a negative thought, but I didn't react in a negative way. Well, you know what? I controlled myself coming here. Something just happened out in the parking lot where I was going towards a parking spot real close to the door and somebody beat me to it. I was pissed. Oh. And I was going to roll down my window and I was going to scream curses, and then I thought, I caught myself and I didn't do it. And you know why? What? Because I knew you guys had cameras in the parking lot.
But you were able to stop yourself, which is a good thing, right? And you thought about that, and that was a really good thought process. And so I'm going to give you a couple other things to take home. Just a couple things. This one, what we're talking about right now is about thinking. So I'm going to have you fill this out, and we're going to go over in the next session on how you think. Because you are the expert on your life. You know how you roll and how you function. And so this can help you think about the way you think. And that can lead to how you react to situations. So I'm going to let you fill that out for the next session. And also, what you just told me was a positive coping skill. You were able to stop yourself from reacting in a bad way because you were able to be aware of your surroundings. That is a great positive coping skill. And so I'm going to have you think of other ways that this one is going to focus on maybe ways you have not coped in a positive way in the past. And so then we're going to, then I can learn more about you, and then we can move on from there and maybe transform those to more positive coping skills. And some negative ones may include committing suicide or wanting to commit suicide. I know you've had those thoughts, and I'm so thankful that you haven't acted on them, because that's a very serious thing, and we can't work with that if you're dead. So getting some more positive coping skills thrown in their mix would be really helpful in helping you.
I need positive coping
And so I'm going to have you fill this one out for next time as well.
Okay.
And in the future, we'll work on more techniques on how to calm yourself in the moment and just think about things differently. So I hope this first session was helpful. We can't get a whole lot done right away. Therapy doesn't happen magically. So I'll look forward to working with you in future sessions on these different things.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, and thank you so much for
Nice
coming
meeting
in. Nice meeting you.